Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. I am running a little late because, as always, technical issues. They always seem to come up when you want to do something on time. But I am here, I am ready, and we're going to do a little bit of yoga today together. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing fine. As you come in, don't forget to like, to comment, share this broadcast with everyone or anyone that you think will need a little bit of yoga today. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. So happy Sunday. I have been having a little bit of an issue with my ankle, so what I originally had planned today is out the window. We're going to pivot and we're going to do a little bit of yin yoga today. Yin yoga. So yin yoga, for those who are not familiar with it, yin yoga is more of a deeper stretching practice where we will hold each pose for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, we're only doing a 30-minute session, so it's probably going to be more along the 5-minute side. So that's what yin yoga is to help you to kind of get into the tissues, deeper into the tissues, the joints, just kind of stretch out your body. And it can be a little bit uncomfortable if this is your first time practicing yin yoga. So what you'll need today is of course, if you have a yoga mat, you can grab your yoga mat. I recommend having two yoga blocks. I know a lot of people may not have yoga blocks, so if you would like to use something equivalent to it, I would recommend some books. Now, we're not using it as an extension of our hands or to stand on the blocks or anything, so if you just want to use like a stack of regular books, you can. That'll help you use it more as a prop than as just the yoga blocks. So that's what you'll need: yoga mats, blocks. And I'm going to be using pillows because I do not have a yoga bolster. So just two regular pillows. This is the pillow I'm using. So if you want to grab you a couple pillows, and if you want a blanket, you can. That'll be for your knees. And I'm not sure if we're going to do anything on the knees, but it's good to have your stuff nearby if we use that. So yoga mat, yoga blocks or books, a stack of books, pillows, and optional is a blanket. So this will be for our yin yoga practice. We're just going to do a couple of poses. And like I said, we'll be holding those poses for about 5 to 7 minutes. Just depends. So as you come in, say hello to everyone. And we will get started in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Don't forget to share this with everyone. And if you are here, let me know if you can hear the music. before we get started, just reminding you of what you need. And also, if you feel that you would like to support this practice, support me as a business, as a yoga teacher, you can always hit the little $ down in the chat and you can give that way. And like I said, what you'll need is your yoga mat, couple blocks, pillows, and maybe a blanket. That'll be optional. Just trying to make sure we can see each other well. So we are going to start. Hello, Trini. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So just reminding everyone what we needed. Yoga mat, blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can have a stack of books. Some lovely pillows, any pillows, unless you have a yoga bolster. Blanket is optional. And we are gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with a little bit of breath work. We'll get into some yin yoga poses. And we'll chill out for a little bit. All right. So wherever you are, go ahead and sit on your mat, on the floor. Make sure you're sitting flat on the floor. And you can sit in a cross-leg position. I know sometimes it's maybe uncomfortable, so if so, you can have your legs out. The blanket I mentioned earlier, if you want to sit up on it for our first round of breath work and awareness, you can. Or you can even sit up on a pillow. That'll take some of the pressure off of your hip flexors and thighs. So once you sit tall in whatever position is comfortable for you, let your hands rest on your knees or the tops of your thighs, whichever feels better. Go ahead and bring your shoulders up towards your ears. And then bring them down and back. This is just going to open the chest a little. And sit tall. Think about reaching up through the crown of your head like it's reaching up towards the ceiling. And then start with your hands at your belly. You can have one or both hands there. And then start to notice the movement that happens in your belly as you breathe. So with your hands there, just notice that as you breathe, either your belly rises or you may feel like your belly expands into your hands. And as you exhale, the belly falls or either it kind of deflates like a balloon. Whatever movement you're experiencing, that's what we're going to follow with our breath. So inhaling as the belly expands or rises, and exhale as the belly deflates or falls. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then for the second round of breath, we're going to bring our hands to our rib cage. So think about your 4 fingers pointing forward and your thumb is pointing back towards the back wall or just behind you. And again, just notice the movement here as well around your rib cage. And so you may notice maybe the same movement as you did in the belly. How as you inhale, the rib cage kind of expands into your hands. So like we're blowing up the balloon. And then as you exhale, how it kind of deflates, comes back to its original position. And we're just going to follow that for our breath. Follow that same movement. So inhale as the rib cage expands, and exhale as it deflates. Inhale and exhale. And the last one, inhale, rib cage expands. And exhale as it deflates. And then finally, you can move your hands to your chest. And just noticing the movement here as well. So you may have noticed that the movement in the belly and the ribs are kind of subtle movements. You kind of can feel them, but they're not like big, giant movements. But when you get to the chest, it's a little more evident that as you breathe in, your chest is going to rise. And as you breathe out, it's going to fall. And you may notice your shoulders do the same thing. So everything kind of moves at the same time. And we're just going to follow that breath as well. So as you inhale, chest rises into your hands, your shoulders rise as well. And exhale, shoulders fall and chest falls. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then bring your hands down to your knees or to the tops of your thighs. And we're just going to add all of those together. So starting with inhaling into the belly, inhaling up through the ribs, and then inhaling up into the chest. Once we get to the top of the breath, we're going to open the mouth and exhale all the way down. So chest falls, rib cage, and then the belly. And we'll do that 3 times. So check your posture. Sit tall in the spine one more time. Let's start by inhaling into the belly. And you can move your hands here as we move through these breaths as well. So inhale just a little into the belly. Pause. Hands to your ribs. Inhale. Pause. Hands to your chest. Inhale. Pause. Open the mouth and exhale. Chest falls, rib cage, and belly. And bring your hands back down to the belly. Second round of breath. Inhale into the belly. Pause. Inhale into the ribs. Pause. Inhale up into the chest. Pause. Open the mouth and exhale all the way down. And it's okay if you get to the top and you feel like you're gasping for air. That's okay. We're just working through this breath work, and it'll get better each time we do it, once your body gets used to it. So hands at your belly. Inhale. Pause. Through the rib cage. Inhale. Pause. Into the chest. Inhale. Pause. Open the mouth and exhale all the way out. And hands come down to rest on your thighs or your knees, whichever feels better. Let's just take 3 breaths here and we'll move into our yin yoga poses. So let's inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Again, inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. Last time, inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. And then from here, we're going to move into a wide forward fold. So you're going to grab your blocks. And if you don't have blocks, you can always use your books, the stacks of books that we recommended at the beginning. So you can place them in front of you. Bring your legs out wide, and we'll go ahead and do that before we place the pillows on top. So you can bring your legs out as wide as is comfortable for you. And then you're going to place your bolster or your pillows right on top of the blocks or right on top of your book. And you can bring them as close to you as you want, or you can move them farther away. And the further away you move them, you're going to get a deeper stretch in your hamstrings and calves. So you can kind of gauge how far you want to go. And you can gauge how many pillows you use. I may just use one. But once you do that, have your heels planted on the mat. Have your toes reaching up like they're reaching towards the ceiling. And then start to lean forward, keeping your spine as straight as you can. And then you can bring your hands down. And you can bring your head down. Now, like I said, if it's too far away, you can always bring it closer to you. And you can turn your head in whichever direction is comfortable. And you can alternate as well as we sit here. Now, like I said before, this is more of a yin yoga class. So we're going to be sitting here for a couple moments. And just take the first few moments to realize where you're feeling the stretch. And this may be different for different people. So whatever I suggest, you may feel it, you may not, and that's okay. So you may have a little bit of sensation in the calves and the hamstrings, which are the back of the thighs. You may feel that good stretch there. And then also at the same time, you may feel more of a stretch in the inner thighs. And remember, we're just acknowledging this. We're not having a lot of judgment towards how we feel. We're just noticing and becoming more aware of how our body feels in these poses, in these moments. And maybe you find that as you breathe into it just a little more, that you'll relax just a little more. So just as we breathed in the beginning, use those same breaths here. Just a regular inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. And think about sending that breath into those areas where you feel sensation. So into your hamstrings, into your calves. And I know this may be something subtle. It may sound a little weird. That's okay. Just see with each exhale if you can relax a little more into the pose. If you feel like the position you're in, if you want to have just a little bit of a deeper stretch. You can always move your blocks forward, move your pillows forward, and that's going to stretch a little bit more. Now, if you want to forego the pillows and the blocks and just have your hands on the mat, you can do that as well. Remember that this is your practice, so whatever feels good for you is what I want you to do. And as we're here, you may notice how stretching a little bit of the lower back as well. And that's just because everything in the back side of our body, our hamstrings, our calves, and our lower back are connected. So when we're stretching out those hamstrings, you're going to feel a stretch in the back as well. Keep breathing. Inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. We have just another moment. Keep going. Keep going. You can do it. Keep breathing. And then take one more full breath here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then we'll come up off of the blocks, off of the pillows, and just put them off to the side for now. You may have to just move them out of the way. We'll come back to those. And just keep the blocks nearby. So we're going to keep the legs wide, but you're going to bend the knees and place the feet on the mat. You can have your hands behind you for support. So we're just going to go into a windshield wipers move. So just like the windshield wipers on our car, our legs are going to do the same thing. So you can bring your legs or your knees down over to the right, and then up and over to the left. And you may move a little bit through each one. And if it doesn't come all the way down, that's okay. Just come down as far as you can and then go to the other side. We'll do it 2 more times on each side. Take your time. Once you're back over to your left, go ahead and turn your upper body to the left to face the left. And here you may feel a little bit of sensation in the hip as well as in the thigh, maybe the outside of the thigh a little bit, and of course the inner thigh because you're stretching that out. Now you can remain here, or if you want to do just like we did with the wide forward fold and have your blocks in front of you, you can do that. So you can have your blocks kind of where you can bring your forearms down. Let me move my pillows. So you can have your forearms down. Or if you want to do it without the blocks, you can do that as well and bring your arms all the way down. This is your preference. And just remaining here for a couple of moments. So remember when I said you'll feel a little bit of sensation, and this is your right leg. You will probably feel a little bit in the outer left thigh as well. You can stay here, focus on your breath, just as we've been doing this entire time, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. And we won't be here for long, but we'll also go into a little bit of a mobility movement as well. So I know a lot of people think about yoga being about flexibility. No, we focus on mobility as well because we also have to have functional movement. So being able to use all of your range of motion and do everyday tasks with your movements, so essential to our health, right? So keep breathing here, noticing the areas where you feel the sensation, the muscle sensation, the stretching of your muscles. Go ahead and take one more full breath here. And then you can come up. Now you can keep your hands down. And this is just for support. We'll kind of turn towards the front again. So what you're going to do is just move this front knee that's facing me. And just move it up and out as much as you can. And then bring it back down. So you may move your upper body with your leg. So bringing it up and back down. One more time, bringing that leg up, or the knee I should say. And back down. So this is gonna be a little bit harder actually, this next move. So what I want you to do is to keep your knee down. This is just the front knee that's facing me. Keep your knee down and see if you can raise the foot just a little bit. And then bring it back down. So you see me moving forward, and I know that that's compensating for that, but it helps a little bit. And I don't want you to focus on how far your foot is coming up. Just focus on lifting it just a little bit. And then coming back down. Just one more time. Keep the knee down. See if you can lift that foot. And then coming back down. All right, and now we're going back into our windshield wiper moves. So turning to face forward. Just gonna move my pillows. Feet are down, knees are bent. And we're gonna start by going the opposite side first. And then up and over to the other side. And again, not focusing on how far the knees are coming down, just focusing on the movement. And let's do it 2 more times on each side. then once your knees are back over to your right this time, go ahead and grab your blocks. And you can have them in front of you just like we did before. So turning your upper body to face the right. And again, just noticing those sensations in the outer thigh, the inner thigh, and of course, you'll feel the opposite outer thigh once we move forward. So again, you don't have to use the blocks if you just want to bring your arms forward and your head down, you can. If you'd like to have the blocks for support or the books, whatever you're using, bring your forearms down to there. And I just like to interlace my fingers together. And again, just remaining here for a couple of moments, focusing on your breath, focusing on inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Taking these moments to become more aware of any sensations we're feeling in our body. And just remember, at any time, if this is just completely uncomfortable, you can always come back and just sit and take a few breaths. Breathing here. Just a couple more moments and we'll move into our mobility exercises. Focus on the inhale through the nose and the exhale out of the mouth. Take another full breath here. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. And then you can come up off of your blocks. You can bring them to the side. And we're going to move our knee once again, the knee that is facing towards me. So just opening that leg as far as you can. And then bringing it back down. And of course, moving your upper body with your leg. Opening, lifting, and bringing it back down. One more time, lifting that knee, and bringing it back down. And then we're going to keep this knee down and see if you can lift that foot. Again, you can lean forward a little. See if you can lift it just a little bit. So we're not focusing on how far we're lifting the foot. We're just focusing on lifting the foot. Again, lift. I know you see my foot coming off just a little bit off the floor. And then one more time, lifting the foot and bringing it back down. And then go ahead and bring or sit facing towards me, facing forward. Bring the bottoms of your feet together and let your knees come out to the side. And go ahead and take a few breaths here. While we are breathing here, let's check the comments. Don't know what that is. Someone popped in and popped out. Take a deep breath in and out. And then while we're here, we're just gonna work the shoulders a little bit. So let's start with some side bends. Reach your arms up. And this is what happens when you go live. Exhale, bring your left hand down and reach your right arm over. As long as the mic still works, it can fall anytime it wants, right? And then inhale, reaching both arms back up. Exhale, right arm comes down, left arm reaches over. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, we're going to twist to your left. So right hand comes to left knee and left hand comes behind you, and just gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe here. And then inhale, coming back to center, reach your arms up. Exhale, twisting to your right this time. So left hand to right knee, right arm comes behind you. Then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms down by your side. And you can stay in that position, or you can just go ahead and cross your legs or have your legs out like we did in the beginning. Now I want you to bring your left arm up. Go ahead and bring your right arm out. So reach down your back with your left hand and reach up with the right. So you want to reach them towards each other. Now, if you can clasp your fingers or grab your fingers, you can do that. If not, just keep reaching towards each other, keeping that top elbow up, keeping your head tall or your head in line with your spine, and sit tall. And take about 5 full breaths here. Just as we've been doing this entire time. Inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. And the next time we practice this, I'll remember to tell you to grab a yoga strap or a towel or a scarf, because that also fills that space between your fingers if you can't quite reach them behind yet. But go ahead and release gently, and we'll move to the other side. You can roll your shoulders out just a little bit here. And this time, bringing your right arm up, left arm out. You're going to reach down your back with your right arm and up with your left. Same thing here. If you can grab your fingers here, just grab onto them, keep them there. And if not, just keep reaching towards each other and keep your hands where they are. Keep the top elbow reaching up, your head in line with your spine, and sit tall. And again, we're taking 5 full breaths here. Let's inhale. And exhale. 4 more breaths on your own. And then go ahead and release, roll your shoulders out. And now we're going to come to our resting portion. So we're gonna rest, y'all. We're gonna lay out on the mat, and you can lay flat on the floor, on the mat, wherever you are. Or if you're using your pillows, you can go ahead and lay on the pillow. So you can use a pillow for the upper back, or if you want to lay flat and use a pillow under your knees, you can do that as well. So this is our rest and relaxation portion. And I just want you to be as comfortable as you can. So take a moment to find your comfortable seat. And you can decide here if you want to go ahead and close your eyes, or if you want to keep the eyes open but find a focal point on the ceiling. And just focus on that for the next couple of moments. And start to think about the parts of your body that are connected to your mat. So of course, your back, your shoulders, maybe your arms and legs are all connected to the mat. Or think about the parts of your body that are connected to your pillows, however you're choosing to spend this time of rest. And those parts of your body that are connected to your pillows or to the floor or the mat. As we focus on our breath, the inhales and exhales, on each exhale, just see if you can release those parts of your bodies a little more so they just feel a little heavy on the mat. Just imagine yourself relaxing even more with each breath. And as we're relaxing our body and releasing the tension in our body, also think about releasing the tension that you may be holding in your face, and you don't realize it, but unclench your jaw. So a lot of times we're just gritting our teeth together. See if you can release that. Create a little bit of space between the top and bottom row of your teeth. And then let the tip of your tongue rest at the top of your mat. Not your mat, your mouth. At the top of your mouth. Release any tension you may be holding between the eyebrows, the temples. And just focus on your breath for the next couple of moments. Remember that you deserve this time to rest, to relax, and to just restore your mind and your body. And then go ahead and take a deep breath in. Open the mouth and exhale. And then from here, come into a full body stretch. Reach your arms above your head. Extend your legs out in front of you. Just like we're waking up in the morning, waking our body up from this time of rest. And then you can bend your knees, place the feet down, and you can come up however you like. We'll meet in a seated position. Sitting tall. One more last breath. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. And you can bring your hands to your heart if you like. So we're just showing gratitude for our practice, for us all gathering to take care of ourselves, of our mind, and of our bodies. And may we all go back out into the world feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, ready to help take care of and to support others. And always remember that the light in me sees and honors the light within each of you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for joining me today. Let me know how you like this practice. Like I said, we just had to pivot for today because my ankle is feeling a little wonky. So I just wanted to do a little slower yin yoga practice. So let me know how you experienced it. Shania said, this was wonderful. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you could come on and spend a little bit of time with me doing yoga. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Couple quick announcements before I get ready to go to another event. I'm gonna try to do these lives a little more often, not every week because sis got stuff to do. But I'm gonna try to do these lives maybe like twice a month. And also, if you want to join me for a class, don't forget mindfullykiki.com. You can sign up for a class. I do classes every Monday night, 6 to 7 p.m. And if you know somebody that needs it, send it to them. Tell them I can get them right in the yoga class. Also, don't forget to check out my podcast. My podcast is Take Care Sis Podcast. It's on all major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of those. So check that out. We have a new episode every week for the time being. And yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope this was something that you needed. And if you did, go ahead and share it with somebody who may need to do it. It's a good practice to restore your body, stretch out your muscles and all those things. So I'm going to end this here so I can go get ready. But thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.